I think like in another time, in another world, I was a dragon rider. I don't know. But anytime dragons are a thing, I get so excited. Okay, I saw that face. I saw that face.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain.
Right. Good morning. Welcome to another vlog. It's another Saturday. And we have a lot of things to do. I'm realizing that I've been far more intentional about making sure my weekends are planned out, so we have things to do, since those are like the only days we actually spend like intentional time together. So today we have a number of things we have to do. First and foremost, I need to make breakfast. It is currently 9 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to wake up at 4:30 this morning, believe it or not. That happened, but it did not happen. Like, I woke up at 4:30, but I went back to sleep. So I'm a little behind. And that was just so that I could take care of things that like I wanted to take care of for me. Like, I wanted to do Pilates this morning. I wanted to set up my journal for next week and get that done early. Like, I had a number of things I wanted to do. My sleep was terrible last night, and you have to excuse me. I've been so congested. If you're new here, well, first, hi, my name is Tiara. Content you're gonna find on this channel is pretty much lifestyle, mom life, attorney life, just lifing, because we know life be lifing. But if you're new here, I'm pregnant. This is my second child, and we are well into the second trimester. But I'm saying that because this congestion has been like so annoying lately, and it's something that I've had to get used to. Even with like my last pregnancy, it was literally the same thing. So I guess at this point I'm just glad that my nose not bleeding, because I know I had nosebleeds last time, so I'm grateful for that. But I could not get any sleep last night, really, because of the congestion. And this morning it's just as bad. So you have to excuse me if I sound a little stuffed up. That's why. I'm gonna take some allergy medicine before I do anything else, because that sometimes really helps like kind of clear this up. And then I'm gonna get my breakfast made. Again, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Jared and I have a counseling session at 10 a.m. So Jared and I, we are in marriage counseling. Before you go, you know, what's wrong with y'all? That's not what it is, okay? We value our marriage. We value this union and the family that we're trying to build. And so what's been really important for us is, like, even without there being an issue, getting ahead of any potential issues. And in order to do that, we need to know how to communicate. There are different dynamics that go into communication there, unfortunately. We both have different types of personalities. We both have different backgrounds and how we were raised. Like, all of that plays into, sorry, I'm taking off my slippers. All of that plays into how we communicate. And so we noticed early on that we do not communicate the same. And that, not that that's a bad thing, but we just need to know how to be able to do it effectively, so nobody, you know, takes anything personally or gets their feelings hurt or, you know, has resentment or anything like that. So we've been in marriage counseling for some time now. I've noticed a difference, but not in the way you would think. Like, it's not like, you know, a magic pill where like we wake up one morning and we just are like so in love with each other, like it was day one. No. It's more like the day by day of realizing, okay, I said something a certain way, or you said something a certain way, or this got misunderstood or whatever. And when that happens, the way we respond has changed. And so that's the difference that I've noticed. It has not changed like who we are as, you know, individuals necessarily. I mean, we're going through our own individual changes as our relationship grows, as we grow individually. That's inevitable. But you know, it's just changed how we respond in our communication skills. But anyways, so we have that this morning. So I'm trying to do breakfast before that starts. And then we have, like, literally as soon as that's over, we have to leave out because my alma mater, Loyola University of Chicago, is having a family picnic. Actually out in this area, surprisingly, because usually stuff will be downtown where the campus is. But they're having the family picnic that they do annually now in their Chicagoland suburb series, I guess is what they call it. And so we're gonna go to that, and then after that, we have to book it to Barnes and Noble because I signed Journey up for the Blippi story time that they're having over there. So it's kind of a packed day. Not so much that it's like overwhelming, but just enough. So I feel like as soon as Blippi story time is over, I'm gonna be spent. But I still want to get some things done. Like I have a YouTube video I need to upload for tomorrow, which I have barely edited. So I'm gonna need to do that. But the rest of the afternoon I haven't really had planned. But I did want to bring you guys along. I'm talking so fast. Oh my God. Slow down. I'm just in a hurry, y'all. You have to excuse me. And I get a little anxious, and then I start talking too fast, so I need to slow down. I do this in the courtroom too. It's really bad. Anyways, so we got a packed day. There really won't be time for me to like take a break in between anything. At least the way I have the day planned in my head. But we got a lot packed in today, and not to mention it being 9 o'clock, and our counseling session is at 10. It's virtual, but I literally only have about an hour to get breakfast made, take a shower, wash my hair, because I took my braids down if you didn't notice, and I have not had an opportunity to wash and deep condition my hair yet. So gotta do that, gotta do my wash and go, all that within an hour. So I'm gonna hurry up and get ready, and then I'll probably check in with you guys after our counseling session is over, and you guys can see how the day goes. And we keep it real over here, okay? So you're gonna hear crying toddlers, all right? And if it bothers you, just fast forward or go to another video. But I'm just gonna keep it 100, all right? And I'm sorry, my nose keeps running because I'm congested. First thing I'm gonna do is take this allergy medicine. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Banana bread. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps forward, 2 steps, 3. I don't know what I'm saying. You ready? Ready?
thing that he got ready for me. So, I don't know. A little shaky with my confidence now that I'm turning into a blimp, but it's okay. Maybe 5 minutes away. So like 5 minutes away. Trying to get some energy because I'm a little tired, not gonna lie. I have to stop for some. Whoa. I have to stop for some coffee at some point. Yeah, I'm feeling a little. I think we just did a lot this morning, so I just need to slow down. But yeah, we're outside. It's much hotter than I thought it was going to be. So that's also getting to me. And Journey is still asleep. So we'll see how this goes. Like black. Like there's like a black overcast over everything else. Tried to shoot, so I had to close the app and open it. I've never seen it before. Alright, we got here with just enough time to let Journey play in the park for a little bit, and then they had Korean beef tacos, so we got some of those and some spring rolls. Honestly, I just come for the food anyway, so it was good that Journey got to get out a little bit. She's going to be able to play around in story time, hopefully not doing the most, but we all know how my daughter is, so it's probably about a 30-minute drive from here. Yeah, about a 30-minute drive, so should be there shortly. You got your frog? Frog? How'd you get all these chips all over you? Your jacket? You don't need your jacket. It's very hot outside.
Get your giraffe. Get your giraffe.
Okay, your giraffe?
Yeah, come on.
Okay, come on.
Come on.
She gotta get Wonder Woman too. You got her? All right.
All right, come on. Journey. Nah, you don't need all this shit.
Oh God.
Put your frog balloon right here.
You need all your toys?
And then we'll get you in the seat.
Oh my goodness.
You take it. You
She
take
needed
it
all her toys before she got out of the car.
Got them prepared too.
Okay, you know when you bring toys, kids want to share. You going to share? Probably not. Who wants?
All the people. Her. The designated driver out the bunch.
Okay, so we missed story time, probably by about literally a minute, but that's okay because we are going to, oh my goodness, we're gonna buy some books anyway. That's Journey. She wants to get out of her stroller per the usual. But we're just gonna go book shopping. You might as well just let her out, babe.
What's that? You don't care nothing about him? You're over these? Squishmallow used to be a thing. You look at her, she happy as a...
All right, super quick mini haul, and I say mini haul because I only got 3 books, technically 2, but when I got to checkout, one of them was 50% off, so she was like, you might as well get it, because we got a total of, let me start over. We went to the counter with 3 books. Jared got 1, I got 2, and then she was like, do you want a 4th, because it'll be 50% off. I guess they were having a sale for buy one get one 50 on paperbacks, so everything we had was a paperback. So went ahead and got another paperback that was at the counter, one that she suggested. So I'll talk about that one first, I guess, because it's really quick. She suggested getting Dragonfall. Now, she said it's very similar to, she said if I liked Fourth Wing, I would like this. I did ask her how much like romance was in this one. She said it's less romance, which is good for me because I actually appreciate more of like the politics behind certain fantasy books, especially when it comes to dragons. So she said check this one out. I'm trying to decide if I want to go into these blind or not, because one of these books I already kind of know what it's about. I guess we can talk about it real quick. This one says, long ago, humans betrayed dragons, stealing their magic and banishing them to a dying world. Centuries later, their descendants worship dragons as gods. But the gods remember and they do not forgive. I'm not going to read, I don't think, the entire thing. I think I'm just going to read that little part and I'm going to go into it with that in mind. But yeah, it's not terribly long, and I'm saying that because I have another book that I bought that is a very thick girly. All right, this one's about 334 pages. I'm not familiar with this author, L.R. Lamb. If I'm saying that right? Lamb. So this will be an interesting read from a new author that I haven't heard of. Haven't heard about this book, so we'll see. The next book I got, now this one I was familiar with. This has been on my TBR for a little while. I've been trying to like move away from a lot of the romance that I've been reading because I have a lot of it on my shelf already. I mean, all of this up here is romance. I just finished Scarred, which was a dark romance. So I'm trying to like get through my romance reads that I already have as opposed to like buying new ones. So I figured I'd grab some more horror since I think I only have the one horror book, which is Hidden Pictures. And yeah, I was gonna get some Stephen King, but I couldn't decide which one to get. And then the covers are all different now. So when I was flipping through like Misery, that's the one I was thinking about getting. I was like, okay, I'll just put this in the basket. And then when I saw that there was like an older cover and I flipped through that one, I noticed that some of the differences were, there's like parts in the book, if you've ever seen Misery or read Misery before, like there's parts in the book where there's like typewriting going on. And when you get to that perspective in the book, in the older cover book, like the book with the older cover, that typewriting, you can see it like physically in the pages. But in the newer book, it's non-existent. So I was feeling some kind of way about that. And I'm the kind of person, like, if I have a series of books by a certain author or a certain series, I want them all to look the same. Like, I don't like the books that are like, one is this height, that like drives me nuts. So I'm like, I'll just come back for Stephen King when I figure out what I'm going to do. But in saying that, I decided to get another horror book, Tender is the Flesh. This one's by Augustina Bazterrica, I want to say is how you say that name. I kind of have an idea of what this one's about, but I'll read the synopsis. Or at least I'll read the top, not like the synopsis of the plot of this book, but more like the blurb, okay? The international sensation about a dystopian world in which humans are being processed for food and society is divided into predators and prey. Working at the local processing plant, Marcos is in the business of slaughtering humans, though no one calls them that anymore. So I've heard that this has some like deeper sociological like topics that it digs into if you're paying attention. So I think I'm going to enjoy that. And then last but certainly not least, child. Okay, this has been on my TBR for a while too. I don't know what it is about dragons. I love dragons. I love the concept of dragons. I think like in another time, in another world, I was a dragon rider. I don't know. But anytime dragons are a thing, I get so excited. Okay, I saw that face.
Okay, bad go
So I really like dragons. This one I've heard really good things about. However, do you see how thick this one is? Okay, I think we're talking about 800 some odd pages. This will probably be a maternity read for me. All right. I even took the liberty of, in the back there is a section that goes like, it talks about all the characters. There's so many characters. So I bookmarked the back already because I'm like, at some point I'm going to have to go back, refer to this character list to figure out who these people are. There's also a glossary back here, so I've also bookmarked that. This one's probably going to get a lot of like highlighting and sticky notes in it because child. Okay, do you see? All right. So the title of this one is The Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm probably saying that word wrong. Priory of the Orange Tree. And I'll read the synopsis really quick. The house of Berthnet. See, this is going to be a lot of pronunciation issues, I can already tell. So the synopsis reads, the house of Berthnet. The house of Berthnet has ruled in this. I'm going to really be struggling with this book already. Oh my God. Has ruled for 1,000 years. Still unwed, Queen Sabran IX must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from destruction, but assassins are getting closer to her door. E. Duran is an outsider at court. Though she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, she is loyal to a hidden society of mages. Mages? E keeps a watchful eye on Sabran, secretly protecting her with forbidden magic. Across the dark sea, Tane has trained to be a dragon rider since she was a child, but is forced to make a choice that could see her life unravel. Meanwhile, the divided East and West refuse to parley, and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. Did not really tell me much, so I feel like I'm kind of going into this blind. It's giving Game of Thrones vibes, and we all know how we love Game of Thrones over here. Speaking of which, okay, the book that Jared picked up was Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. When we were in the store, one of the employees was telling us that, I call them librarians because they essentially are. One of the librarians who is really heavy into fantasy and loves like the House of Dragon, Game of Thrones series was telling us that this is the House of Dragon series. So this is what happens 300 years before Game of Thrones. However, he also said this book literally is the entire House of Dragon series, but the House of Dragon series was only based off 80 pages of this book. So apparently they left out a lot. So Jared got this one. He said he really wanted to read it, and he wanted to read all the Game of Thrones, House of Dragon universe books in chronological order, as opposed to like the order in which they came out with the show. So this is going to be his read. I started reading the Game of Thrones books a while back. I don't know if you guys remember, and I was doing that through my audiobooks. I might go back to that because my Libby not subscription. What is it called when you borrow a book? Whatever.
Library.
My Libby was expired, so I couldn't read the rest of it. It was a thick girly, which meant it was like 24 hours worth of listening in the audiobook version, and it just wasn't happening. So I might either get the physical copy of it to read the actual book, or try to download it on Libby to read it on my Kindle, or I might just try to attack it again with the audiobook to finish the rest of it, but we'll see. Or I might start this with Jared as well. We're also trying to tackle the rest of the Harry Potter series. As you know, I am on book 4, Goblet of Fire. I haven't started it yet. I think I want to save that for the fall, like when fall vibes are happening. I don't know. We'll see. But I have a lot to choose from, as you can see. I want to keep my physical library kind of stocked with books that I haven't read yet, so that when baby number 2 gets here, I have options, okay? Even though I know I'm probably going to read most of them on my Kindle, the ones that I know I can't read on my Kindle, or that probably won't be available on Kindle Unlimited and might be a long wait on Libby, those are the hard copies of books that I wanted to get. And books, even if I read them on my Kindle, like, I'm going to get a hard copy of it eventually to put on my shelf. Jared didn't quite understand that concept, but neither here nor there. So that's our mini haul from Barnes & Noble today. When I'm going to read these books, I don't know. I think The Priory of the Orange Tree, I'm probably going to wait till winter. That may be my winter read. Dragonfall, I'm gonna finish the Fourth Wing series before I think I touch that one. And Iron Flame is gonna be more of like a fall winter read, because I want to read it obviously before the release of the 3rd book comes out. But I don't want to wait too long between books, because I know Iron Flame also ends on a cliffhanger, I've been told. Goblet of Fire, like I said, that's gonna be a fall read. And then I have A Court of Thorns and Roses, ACOTAR series that I haven't started yet. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna start that. Not if, when I'm gonna start that. And then I have a bunch of Riley Sager books. Like, I have books I know I want to read in the fall. But I want to finish my books that I have right now for the rest of the summer. I'm reading Before I Let Go right now by Kennedy Ryan. on my Kindle. I have the physical copy, but I'm also reading that on my Kindle. I am reading The Housemaid with Jared. We're almost done with that one. That one's getting really good. And I heard that The Last Mrs. Parrish is another good one by Liv Constantine, I want to say her name is. And it's very similar potentially to Housemaid, so I might dive into that a little bit later on. But yeah, I have a ton of books that I'm still needing to read. What else am I reading right now? I'm listening to the audiobook of Becoming by Michelle Obama. That one already is a 5-star. Already is a 5-star. Might be a 5.5, not gonna lie. Which is very rare for me when it comes to nonfiction books. 5.5 right now. I haven't finished it, but that's where it's leaning. What else am I reading? What else maybe before I let go? Oh, and then I started The Perfect Marriage the other day by Geneva Rose. I also have another Geneva Rose up here. This is the one, Home is Where the Bodies Are. The one that looks like the VHS tape that we got a while back, but we haven't read yet. So I started Perfect Marriage. That one's going pretty well so far. Yeah. I think that's all I'm reading right now. Did I say 4 books? I think I did. I think that's 4. Yeah, that's 4 books. So I'm reading 4 books right now. I need to finish these 4 books before I start diving into other books. But those are the books I have that I'm considering moving forward into the fall and the winter of this year. That could obviously change because mood shifts, mood change, things happen. So now I think we're going to just chill a little bit. I do want to kind of start, I had a vision for getting a reading nook kind of set up in our bedroom. I don't know when that's going to happen. I just know I want it to happen before the baby gets here, because I also want it to be a space where I can breastfeed and kind of just relax with the baby, or rock baby to sleep. That's not close, from my bedroom. I mean, not far from my bedroom. And also a place where I can read. So I have a whole vision of how I want that space to look. So I want to get it together piece by piece in the next few months while I can. So may or may not do that today, but at least wanted to brainstorm some ideas for what that's going to look like and where I can get the items that I'm looking for. But that's pretty much it for the day. We don't have any other big plans. I'm still a little bummed that we missed Blippi story time, but I knew we were going to Barnes & Noble, so we're going to get some book shopping done anyway. So yeah, not much else. This might be the end of the vlog because I don't know if I'm going to vlog tomorrow. But if I do, obviously you'll see that in the next couple of seconds. Because tomorrow we're going to go to church in the morning, and then Journey has a little pool party that she's supposed to go to that some of our friends are hosting that we're going to in the afternoon. And then we're back to the work week. So, fun weekend. Seems like it's almost already over. So anyways, I think right now I'm just going to chill out. Maybe read some Housemaid with Jared. And then I'll check in with y'all later. If not, I'll see you later.